everyone, this is Moshe, the Electric Israeli, and thank you for joining. If you're new, please subscribe and help me change the world one electric car at a time. Thank you to all my patrons and supporters. And today we're going to talk about politics. We are going to talk about the 2020 elections results. But as you know, if you've been following my channel, I do not talk about politics in this channel. This is not the place. But I do talk about policies having to do with electric cars. And I want to examine the 2020 results in terms of is President-elect Biden is going to be better for electric cars and alternative energy, renewable energy. Well, that's what he says. Obviously, we know that, but obviously the policies, the actual policies matter. And I want to do a little bit, give credit when credit is due and all that. So just a tiny review that way back when President Bush, George W. Bush administration, that was the administration who passed the $7,500 incentive, federal tax incentive for electric cars. Okay, a lot of people use that in the United States. Tesla, of course, does not have it, does not enjoy it anymore because they sold more than 200,000 cars. The Obama administration had a lot of regulation in terms of, let's say, miles per gallon regulations for cars, and a lot of incentives to give states to promote electric vehicles and all that. Okay, zero emission. So a lot of states do these things. New Jersey, for example, where I live, you get $5,000 if you buy an electric car, and you don't pay sales tax. So a lot of it has to do with the states. But of course, the federal government has a lot to do with general policies and general regulations and all that. It's very important. So let me just say, for the Trump administration, if I just take a look at Tesla, which sells the most cars in the United States, so that's why I focus on them. Tesla, their federal incentive came and gone, and they still sold a lot of cars. They're breaking all their records because they sell good cars. That's all. People have a choice to buy other electric cars in the United States and get the $7,500 tax incentive, and they still don't. You can buy a Nissan Leaf or a Chevy Bolt. No, actually, GM also lost it because they also sold more than 200. So you can buy a Hyundai or others and get the incentives, and people still choose to buy Tesla. So it didn't hurt Tesla because of Tesla, not because of anything that the federal government under President Trump did. We know that the Trump administration did a lot of deregulations having to do with drilling, emissions, fracking, and things like that. And it came a lot in the debates and all that, which is fine. Now, what Biden is going to do, we know what he said. He's talking about 500,000 electric car chargers. He's talking about zero emission cars by 2035. He's talking about a lot of renewable energy incentives. One of the proposals that I remember some Democrats and Republicans had was to extend the $7,500 tax incentive to make it unlimited to the amount of car that each manufacturer sells. You can just continue to do that. Now, as you know, you can have as many plans as you want if you don't control the Senate and the Congress. It's very hard to do what you want. You have to do a lot of compromises, and we'll see if Biden is able to work things out and to compromise and to get something done. So I don't think that in terms of Tesla in the United States, Trump was worse for them, because the regulations still stay the same. The tax incentives did not change, and so Tesla did what they did. Tesla is doing what they're doing because that's what Tesla does. So I don't think it mattered so much. Will they sell more cars if they had the $7,500 tax incentive? I say they would, but they still did, and they still are selling tremendous amount of cars. So I don't know, but obviously it can help a lot. It can help a lot to do other things regarding the environment and regarding alternative energies and all that. And it's good if you actually believe that this is a problem that you want to solve. I think Trump was more of a combination. Look, he talked a lot about bringing coal back and all that. We know that that's not the case. I mean, he may say that, but that's not the case. Nobody's building new coal-fire factories in the United States. They're actually getting closed. Okay, the most advanced job creator in terms of energy is renewable. You know, renewable energy is solar panels and windmills and all that built exponentially more than coal factories or things like that. So we'll see what happens. I think it all has to do with how well he can work with the Congress, which looks like it might be still divided. You know, Democrats and Republicans may be very divided, and therefore it's harder for things to get done. So let me know what you think in the comments. Look, how will that affect Tesla stock now that Biden is the president-elect? We'll see. We don't know. We'll see. Tesla stock did very well under Trump, I have to tell you. Did extraordinarily well. Did not hurt Tesla stock at all. At all. As a matter of fact, under Trump, fossil fuel stocks and you know, Ford and GM, they didn't do very well. But I don't think it has to do with him. It has to do with what's going on. It has to do with the reality of what people decide to do. I always believe in bottom up. I always believe that things change from the bottom. That if more people buy electric cars, so that doesn't matter what the government does, really. But it helps. It helps. Like in Norway, it helps if the government encourage you and give you incentives to change. Okay, guys, let me know your thoughts. I'm really interested. Thank you for watching and see you tomorrow.